All right. No pressure. Let's see. We are actually officially live, but because I'm a slow motherfucker, I've got to log back into boxes, tell people that we are live. What's the order that I should do this in? Maybe I should put some music on, start this thing off. It is just about midnight Central Time. I'm Dark Mage. Welcome to Evildojo. Oh, great. I have to switch the audio device for y'all to hear the music.
December 21st, Infinite Novelty. Crafting up codes, defining my reality. Never gonna finish writing, that is how my novel be. Action reaction, just a lot of causality. Infinite Novelty, December 21st. The start is the end, and the last is the first. You might catch me traveling through the past. It's a blast. I get nasty. Fuck you, I'm a gamma ray burst. Fuck you, I'm a gamma ray burst. Fuck you, I'm a gamma ray burst. I get nasty. I get nasty.
I'm theoretical like tachyon particles. I hit you with diamonds and leave you in sparkles. I'm a demon, I cackles. I'm gonna leave you in shackles. You can't play with my Tetris, you got nothing to stack with. You ain't playing no games, you just high on cracked wits. I ain't got time for fly subs, set up traps. You call yourself a runner, but you ain't running.
They say
no
that
laps.
life is the lesson, so don't let 'em make it a teacher. But there's no way I'm a student when I'm really a preacher. I'm boosting up my signal, so my sound will reach you. From the top of your attic to the ground beneath you. In life after death, there might be no conquest. The challenge is now. There's no avoiding this test. In life after death, there might be no conquest. The challenge is now. There's no avoiding this test. I need some more time to write the rest of the story. I'll spare you the details. The process is boring. you can't code, your brain is going to explode, rot, corrode, erode, overload, like an electrode. Your whole mind explodes. That's been walking for how many years now on death row? All because you think it would be weird to command your console. So post-mortem, your family, I will console. Shortly the flower, I devour, they soul. Men, they brains and bodies, I now's control, because everyone's got that missing hole.
There's a lot of people out there talking shit today. Time to put everybody in their fucking place. Yeah. I feel this. Yeah. I don't give a shit. Throw you in a ditch. Slit your fucking throat. Coming for your kids. I don't give a shit. Throw you in a ditch. Slit your fucking throat. Coming for your kids. Hey, I don't give a shit. Throw you in a ditch. Slit your fucking throat. Coming for your kids. Hey, I don't give a shit. Throw you in a ditch. Slit your fucking throat. Coming for your kids. Hey, I need some fucking weed. I've got a fucking dream. Kill them fucking all. Now it is time to sleep. I need some fucking weed. I've got a fucking dream. Kill them fucking all. Now it is time to sleep. Load up my gun. My game number one. I'm flying so high. Shoot straight for the sun. Load up my gun. My game number one. I'm flying so high. Shoot straight for the sun. Hey, or the son of God. Rise up to the top. Kill them fucking all. Let God sort them out. Or the son of God. Rise up to the top. Kill them fucking all. Let God sort them out. No hesitation. I fuck with no patience. Fuck boys are just hating. Can't fuck with no Satan. You think that I'm playing? This is my creation in my space station. Future just still waiting. Just blazing on haze. Sing Amazing Grace. This is just a taste of what I'm pumping in your face. Sing a serenade. Sharpen up my blades. Cut into you deep. Life starts to fade.
Bullshit. Shoutouts to TFNet. Shoutouts to everyone who's ever doubted me. You're going down. Killing this shit every single fucking day. If you have a God, son, now is the time to pray. This isn't a game. I don't have time to play. Listen up closely, son. I have something to say. Sick of these fucking haters acting like they don't know what is up. I'ma bust a move, get into the groove. Gonna show you all what the fuck I'm made of. Motherfuckers come around me acting like they don't know what is up. Get into my brain, gonna feel the pain. Guess what time it is? Time to fuck you up.
Sick of these fucking haters acting like they don't know what is up. I'ma bust a move, get into the groove, gonna show you all what the fuck I'm made of. Motherfuckers coming around me acting like they don't know what the fuck is up. Get into my brain, gonna feel the pain. Guess what time it is? Time to fuck you up.
Hey yo, you ever heard about that Evildojo? I heard that dojo's run by a little get pimp with a limp though. A fucking slow poke shrimp sneaking creeping on that tiptoe when he is stoned in his home, when he is alone, when he's on that rap microphone. Hey yo, put your hands up if you're down with the sick flow. Hey yo, it's Dark Mage and this my Evildojo. Hey yo, looking for some money and some sick hoes. Hey yo, I'll teach you things that I bet you didn't even know. Hey yo, put your hands up if you're down with the sick flow. Hey yo, it's Dark Mage and this might.
Let's see if I can do a fade out.
Hey yo, looking for some money and some sick
Alright.
hoes. Hey yo, I'll teach you things that I bet you didn't even know.
it's hard not to jam to my own shit when I actually enjoy what I've created. But I think that's really the high mark for any artist, is to actually enjoy what you have created. And I think it's important to be very self-critical as an artist of any sort of medium. Good evening. Welcome to Evildojo. I am your host, the ghost with the most gnosis, apropos, diagnosis, halitosis, stank flow. You already know this. What the fuck is up? I'm the host with the mostest. LRH is off tonight. This is very disappointing. I'm not a natural comedian. I don't have the kind of I don't have that kind of flow. It's every so often I'm able to kind of make things work and do certain things that end up being funny or making some sort of observation. And maybe I'm a funny person just in being here and being myself. I don't know. I study comedians a lot, right? And I try to understand from a technical perspective, like why or what draws me to enjoy particular comedians more than others, right? Like the other day I watched a Netflix special with my grandma. We were trying to find something other than fucking 2.5 Men to watch. So tired of that show. Shout out to grandma, I love her, but we gotta get her on some new shit. We've gone through this process multiple times with different shows in the past, and getting hooked on a show and rewatching it, I think, is a mark of a good show in general. But you know, with so many hours in a day and so much life left to live, you know, if you're gonna watch TV, I think you should like kind of run the gambit, right? Like, and watch a lot of different things. That said, I definitely admit to have rewatched quite a few animes more than once, even though I've seen them. Same with games. I've beaten certain RPGs more than once. What is it about repeating things that is soothing to the soul, to like our own like way of doing things? What is it about repeated action, right? Like, is this like obtuse or like overextending forms of OCD, or you know, some sort of latent dementia? You know, like really good content throws a lot at you, I feel like, and it'll force you into a position where you have to go back and rewatch something because you didn't get everything that you could get out of it in the first place. You ever played Super Metroid? It's a great game, but it also is a game that introduces a lot of gamers to a concept called backtracking, where you have to go back through previous levels or previous parts of a world that you've already been through, you know, once before, because you obtained some item or some power up that's like gonna enable you to get to parts of a map that you previously weren't able to get to. Yes, DM stream, what up, Banked? Did a song about you. Speaking of comedy, that was a comedy. Like, I don't appreciate certain people coming at me as if that shit wasn't comedy. Like, if you couldn't figure out that that shit was not meant to be just like totally hilarious and to be like kind of like me taking my dark mage persona and like flipping it in a way that's just like really open and honest and candid about, like, you know, first of all, let's just all admit, like, Logic, Angie, congratulations. I love both of y'all. Y'all are killing it at life right now, and I think everyone couldn't be happier, with the exception of one individual who I will not name. We're not going to talk about him, but I should check on him because he is to a friend. Shout outs to a chatter that we shall not name, but he is with us in spirit, as is my mother, as is the guy who gave me this beautiful wall scroll that I will angle up so y'all can see the beautiful anime titties. This was given to me. I'm fucking up already. This was given to me by a motherfucker. Shut up, Minty. No coherent overarching themes. You're incapable of paying attention. That's your problem. First of all, I was talking about Angie. Shout outs to Angie and Logic. In connection with that, though, this wall scroll that I received was no, Lit Up did not give me the wall scroll. Dingo, damn it! I was trying not to say his name. We're trying to get past that. The wall scroll was given to me by a prolific Super Smash Brothers Melee player, which is how we are connected. As it turns out, Angie and I are connected in real life, completely outside of LRH. Not to put this connection on blast, but when I discovered it, I was very excited. It is a true proving point that, because growing up, like, you make friends through certain vehicles, right? And for me, that vehicle has always been video games. Almost always. I got really deep into the Dance Dance Revolution community, and then I found myself kind of like connected with some really prolific Super Smash Melee players. Some who have fought other people who have been directly connected with Angie in one way or another. I won't say how. But it's kind of like Kevin Bacon's number. It's like 1, 2, 3 hops away. So completely outside of our meeting in LRH, we're connected through Melee too. And I thought that was really exciting. Rambling incoherently. I don't appreciate that, Minty. Just because you're not able to keep up with what I'm talking about doesn't mean I'm being incoherent right now. Forgive me if I have to practice a little bit, talking and expressing myself through voice. This is something I'm more appropriate to doing through text. Can I call into your show? Yes, Banked. I would love to have someone on chat with me right now. Give me a moment and I will PM you a Discord link. Part of the problem of being in the crab body is you don't have access to the right hand in ways that might make this easier. But I'm going to do my best. Let's see. I think it would help if I had it open. Hanky is out. I need a hanky cam, but she doesn't stay in one place for too long. I thought I had Discord open. Okay, so I am now in General. Okay, so now I'm in the voice chat, and if I send Binked link, I'm gonna take myself out of G. Someone decided to message bomb me the other day, so no. All right. Logic says, hell yeah, I have never been happier. Angie has never been happier. Me and Angie both approve. and appreciate your titty wall pick. So yeah, the guy who gave this to me was an individual named Sauce, otherwise known as John Howard, and he was really good at Melee. He was a dude who, when I played him, I wanted to quit video games, like not just Melee. I didn't even want to play anymore. Just 1 or 2 games against him, and I just like felt so hopeless. Just like absolutely no way that I could beat that guy. And up to that point, I was pretty confident in my skills. But when we say there's levels to this shit, like the people that I lived with, we were all in like tiers, right? Like I was kind of new, but like I could kind of hang with 2 individuals pretty good because they were the ones who like brought me up. And then the guy I paid rent to played a really fucking mean Sheik, and he was like, I considered him above me in that way. And even further above us was a guy who I showed Angie about, named Caveman, and he was on another level even further up. Like that dude was like just crushing, but he also had the ability to hold back and like hide his power level and just like go easy. And if you wanted to go in like hard on you, you would. So I just think I heard a cat. That was weird. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to fucking fight y'all in Melee. That's gonna be dope as shit. Do I have like a code or something? No? You should be able to just join from that link I sent you. If you have a Discord account, you should be able to just invite code. Here, I'll just create another link. Aren't you on aren't you on Discord? Like, oh, hey baby, you okay? Oh, zoom tight. Dog is coughing. Sometimes I think she eats too much and then she just like doesn't fully digest it all. So maybe you need to like tune her diet down a bit. Let me see if Logic Computer did a link. Hi babe. Aw. This little girl. Hi. Hello. How are you doing? She's like, hello. Hi. Oh. Oh. Hi, baby. I might have to put things on music depending on if she needs to go pee-pee. A lot of it's about how aggressive she is with her her nudging. Oh, yep. Part of the issue of doing live streams is, especially with a dog and living on the second floor, yeah, you might have to interrupt stream in order to take care of her needs, and she's not necessarily quick about it either. It's like a walk for like 10 minutes and then pee, and then she'd probably be done at that point. I figured all I had to send Angie was the invite code, but I guess she will figure that out. Dave was able to join earlier without any issue. I just sent him an invite code as well. She's camping up right next to me. Maybe she's okay. She's a good baby. She got some pets from a neighbor earlier, and she said she was really soft. Though I'm overdue for giving her another bath. Let's see. IRL retards. Okay, no worries. Ghost of Dumpster Cat. Yeah, it was a random like there's definitely several cats, and one time one of the cats that I've been kind of like tending to got trapped in like the hallway for the upstairs, and that was fun because I had to like chase it outside. It was like kind of like putting itself into a corner, and so I just said fuck it, like I just charged at it, and he freaked out and he ran outside, and I was like, all right, good, because the door kind of shuts or slams depending on the wind, or if like someone hasn't like put the stand up, or if the stand somehow gets knocked down or whatever. Yeah. Old building, hashtag old building problems. This is why one of the goals of the Evildojo at the moment is, unfortunate as it is, I really do enjoy this location. But thinking about making things more efficient, not only for myself, but for my little doggo here, definitely interested in relocating to a first floor venture in the future when possible, but I need to do a more thorough apartment search or home search in the future when I actually do this, and not just rent like the first place that becomes available to me, as has been the algorithm I've operated by for my entire life, because let's see, this is the third apartment that I've rented so far, and I like this one a lot, but at the same time, especially now with the older dog, it wouldn't be a problem, but she's an older dog, unfortunately, and she's a little bit slow to kind of get up and down the stairs, and becomes a thing. So I want to make it easier for her to be able to like get outside and kind of be a little bit more autonomous, because autonomy is good. Relying on people is good too, but I envision a future where everyone, Hanky and myself included, are able to kind of do our thing in almost like it's like the difference between like trying to play Beat Saber in a confined space versus like being able to really open your arms out. It's like the difference between operating with like low bandwidth and high bandwidth. Do you remember the first time that you upgraded from 56K to fiber optic or Ethernet or even fucking DSL? That was an amazing time, for a lot of reasons. Pornography number one, but I was thinking about earlier, I was talking about comedians and about what makes things funny. I do a lot of watching of random other people's podcasts and stand-up specials, and thinking about like who makes me laugh and who do I resonate with, and who says things that I think are true. And I try, and it's real interesting because it feels organic, but at the same time, there are things that we're able to make observations about, like in life, right? That when presented to other people, resonate too, and this is what generates laughter. It was kind of like a bland, blah, like analysis of like humor, but when you're looking for what is or isn't funny, there's a lot out there to just like fuel the flame, right? Like, for instance, I found this earlier. Let's see if I can not fuck this up. I already fucked it up. Nice. There we go. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is work safe. Y'all remember Chris Chan, right? It's almost the anniversary. What a tragedy. What a tragic human being. But what a wormhole to get sucked into, to read about the entire journey that this motherfucker has gone on. What a life. What a disgusting autistic life to live. And I don't mean to disparage people who have autism by saying that. Christ almighty. Something wrong with this kid. You know what I mean? There's a lot out there to generate humor. WikiLeaks cables link U.S. government to the creation of ISIL. Who didn't see that coming? You could just kind of cruise down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no porn on here, but I'm also not going to chance it too much. Yeah, there's really nothing interesting going on right now. I should probably curate a Twitter list, right? Like, this is actually kind of fun. I'm gonna give a lot of people cable management, like anxiety. I think that's definitely something that's worth spreading. Because if you don't understand, then you have not been through the struggle like I've been through the struggle. This doesn't seem too bad in comparison to other things that I've seen out there, but I'm gonna start making a curated list because I think there's something here. You know, there's a lot to comb through online in terms of just like tragic, awful content like Chris Chan and very bad cabling jobs like this. I'm waiting for Banked to I'm sorry, you're gonna have to consider me like an uneducated like boomer because I've never had this conversation about these concepts with people, and I don't want to pretend that I have any sort of knowledge or education on complicated matters that I'm just probably too white and stupid to understand, like the concept of dead naming. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to help me out here, because there's perspectives and there's like a running story in my mind. Walk what back, motherfucker? I'm being authentic and honest here. How are you gonna say I need to walk anything back? How dare you assume my genetics? You have no idea what my race or religion are. I feel like I can flip it around on you, kind of like that. Apologize for my whiteness. No. I'm apologizing for being ignorant of concepts, such as what that even means. Because in my mind, I saw a movie called Juno when I was a young boy, like a teenager, and now there's all this talk about, doing the whole switcheroo on me. And I'm kind of late to the game, and I don't really feel like catching up, honestly. I'm just too old. I've been through much shit, and I just don't give a fuck to, make it correct for anyone's feelings or whatever. I think that would be the yeah. So that's right. So she's Elliot now, right? Like Elliot Roger. Like what a name to associate with. Like Elliot Page, Elliot Roger. Elliot was also the main boy in E.T. E. It's also standard E tuning and guitars. Not that that actually means anything. Saying I'm too old to not discriminate against Martin. Well, I'm going to enjoy it then. If it's my privilege, then I am privileged. And I am privileged to take this little doggo out, so let me crank on some tunes. Just for killing some time for you guys. Let's see. Oh, no, she's laying back down. But I'm gonna put the collar on her just so that like we're ready in case she like gets real antsy. We'll definitely plan it if we don't end up going during the podcast. We got some Eraser music. Let's listen to some Eraser music.
Hey, Jewbird. Hey, Aretha.
Oh
You
no.
got a contest going on, buddy. I sure do. For the Jewbird Radio Hour. Let's get real grungy with it. May I? Crack open laptop, crackheaded the crack spot. Addicted to the chat and walked away, but I can't stop. Turn it round like a doorknob, beat it up like a fat slob. Like me on IRC when that new favorite track drops. Like clacking the keyboard, cut you down like a longsword. This Nick says she a chick and she thick, but I'm not sure. Still checkers on that board since we picked, but I'm not Lord. The one in IRL, but IRC, I'm a chat lord. Wireless mouse clicking. My girl keeps a bitchin', but I'm on a mission. I'll push her shifting. Dual screen, now me. Who needs anything more? Two displays enough for me, but some chatters need four. One CRT monitor is all Dwayne can afford. However many you got, none better display the score. It's internet, relay chat, or I'll bust your head. Discord rappers try to lump, but they ended up dead. I chewed them up and spit them out, mouth covered in red. I was gonna let them off, but Pumpo ate them instead. Foreskin Vladimir heard I was coming and fled. Dark Mage lost the contest, but he won in his head. The gears bugs it up whenever he's off his med. Info X's exercises when he sits up in bed. The penis pump, find a tree, take a dump. I met up with Rain once, now my penis got bumps. Psych, nah, I'm just playing, yeah, I'm just acting dumb. Like when Slimer cast 7 votes for President Trump. I saw a pic of Angie's mom and whoa, she got a rump. That guy ain't got a head, just a neck with some lumps. They ain't got working legs, just got 2 lifeless stumps. But who the fuck am I to judge? I'm here online with you bums. Ain't no one better than me. How conceited. But shit, I ain't better than you either. How humble. Shall we continue? It's been 23 years since I found my way here. People in life came and went, but I see always near. Sometimes we time out or connection reset by peer. Sometimes the weak ones will / quit from the fear. The docs dropping, box popping, modem phones will not stop. And seen them all say forever, but years later flip flop and pick cropping, stream chopping, disability mocking. Anything goes here, but if you Peter, we locked in. Target acquired while our plan is conspired. Call your mom, call your wife, call your job, now you're fired. Check out KongFuziSays.com, I'm inspired. Tron's life put on blast, now his life is expired. It's not real life, but it can touch real life. What a unique and beautiful thing.
Yeah, Hanky is ready to go. So we're gonna do that. I have some music for y'all. We'll do, actually, I will do a hand select real quick. We'll do, these three. I'm just going to build a little quick playlist full of some of my personal favorites by some handful of fucking awesome chatters that I'm aware of. My poor baby is laying down right in front of my feet. She's such a good girl. She's real patient. She teaches me a lot about that. We got Ralph up on here. We got B-Rex. Let's see. Let's see. Get some smoke up on there. And I think that should be plenty of music. Plus there's a random commercial. But fuck, I don't have the video up for it, so let me just kind of make this not random. That way there's really no chance of looping back around. We shouldn't be gone too long. I'm gonna just try and get her out to go pee-pee. Then we should be back. Trying to call you on the Discord app, can't figure shit out. Oh, here we go. I just saw you join. I believe we have audio. I heard you. Now you just have to get your microphone working. Nice. Gregulus. That whole I have mad appreciation for the amount of work that goes into LRH and doing the kind of thing that Load does. It's a very high energy gig, and not to mention it requires a lot of input. You know, you have to have a system. You have to have a way to get these calls in and create a regular workflow where you're having to tend to individual units of work known as callers and, you know, essentially just ride the wave. And he's been doing it for a long time, so he's gotten good at it. I used to work in a call center. I know how to kind of do it. Worked at West in a couple different stints, and second stint did inbound for I don't even remember. I think it was Bank of America, and blazed as fuck one day. I end up standing up. Well, I'm asked to stand up like Some managers come out of their office and they're like, everybody stop what you're doing, hang up your phones, put yourself on mute, listen up. We've been doing reviews of all the calls, gone through thousands of calls, not one usable sample that we can show to the executives above us of examples of quality work. Paraphrasing. And we finally found some usable samples. Mike, could you please stand up? You're fucking stoned as shit. And so I'm like, yeah? So I stand up.
You don't mind. Is it too loud?
It's very fucking loud. Holy Christ.
I'm so sorry.
That's painful for me and the audience, I'm sure. That was very loud. I don't think that was necessarily on my end. I've got all my shit kind of level. I tried to crank it down crank the desktop down for everyone just now. Maybe we can try that again. We have made contact with Logic and Angie. They have made connection with the dojo. Yeah, I was telling a story, right? So I was in a call center. The managers were looking for usable call logs. They'd gone through thousands of samples, and then they finally say, Mike, will you stand up? And I'm stoned as shit when he asked me to, so I do. And they say, Mike's are the first and only usable samples that we have been able to find so far. We've been doing this for over 8 hours. They've gone through, just ridiculous amounts of call logs, and they finally get to mine. And apparently, I just had to give her the gab. I processed calls quickly. I made customers feel comfortable. I kind of have a knack for customer service. It extends into being a tutor and having helped so many fucking people with code and shit. But I wasn't even doing code then. I was doing people were losing their homes and needed to refinance, and the system was so automated that a customer's account information would automatically pop up, and if they were greenlit, then they had a green box, and if they weren't, then it was a red box. And if they had a red box, you transferred them to a loan officer through a cold transfer. It was very, very straightforward. There was no real questions as to what I was supposed to do. I just kind of thought it was nice because it was air conditioned, and I didn't have to dress up too fancy, and I got to sit at a computer, and I got to bring fucking Japanese comics and shit to read during my lunch break and in between calls when I wasn't doing anything. I could kind of kill time, and I was pretty good at that. I did it later for another company called Ibex, where I was doing technical support for internet service providers up in the northeastern part of the United States for people who were still paying for 56K, $25-30 a month in 2014. That was also a really easy gig, but it didn't pay shit either. Like both of those gigs paid like $8 an hour. And what's funny is the time frame separated by them. I think I see Logic trying to talk. I think he's like slowly cranking up. Yes, I can hear you now. Crank it up a little bit more.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. I have a call center story. Can you hear me now?
Too loud.
Too much.
Too loud? Okay, how about now?
Good.
Okay. My call center story, when I worked at a call center, I worked for RCA Wireless. And they were the cable company for the Northeast on the shit coast. And, like my orientation day, was 9/11.
Oh shit.
And people in New York could not get through to 911. They couldn't get through to 911. So they were just calling anybody that they could. And I talked to this woman for like 45 minutes. And we were all watching it like live on TV because they wheeled in a fucking television just like in grade school or whatever. And this woman had called RCA Wireless, the live wire of communications. Sorry, I just remembered that. And she had been watching the sunrise over the Twin Towers every morning for like 35 years or something, and she had been making a point to go outside and watch the sunrise over the Twin Towers. And so when they were exploding, you know, because the Jews did 9/11, we just talked for like 45 minutes because they couldn't get through to anybody else. And they couldn't get through to 911, they couldn't get through to anybody else. And they were just people trying to communicate to, I guess, the authorities that there was some damn shit going on. And so she called the cable company. And that's who I worked for, the cable company. RCA Wireless, or whatever, the fucking live wire communications.
Yeah.
And, oh, I got another story about that. Forgot about that. But we talked for like 45 minutes. And we both, because I was watching it on television, on live television, and she was watching it outside of her window. And there was only like a 1 or 2 second delay. So like we were basically watching it live. And
yeah.
And just to watch her, not to watch, but to listen to her, I don't know the right word, but she was very, it was very unsatisfactory to her. And, I mean, you know, obviously. But Because she couldn't call anybody else. And I remember my supervisor at the time being like, hey, you gotta get off the phone. And I'm like, nigga, there's no way I'm getting off the phone with this lady. There's no fucking way I'm getting off the phone with this lady.
Dwayne wants.
Well, Dwayne wants to call.
Oh shit.
Is there some way that we can set that up?
There's
I'm so
no.
sorry.
Sure.
I know.
Maybe.
I know it's annoying. I apologize, but calling, it's like he's probably calling LRH numbers.
I
Probably extremely fucked up.
Dwayne's a trustable individual, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Like I said, you could probably just be like, hey, here's my number if you want to call. But would it feed through?
I should be able to take calls through Google Voice if I were to give out my Google Voice number to him.
If you gave,
Yeah, if
he's
you gave
never-
us...
he's never given. Like, I mean, I have
he's-
his shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a trustable man.
even though he's. Wow.
I want to make that. I want to make that happen, but Hanky has been bugging me for going outside for like the last 20 minutes, and
Play
I'd
some
like
music.
to.
Play some music on the stream.
I'm gonna do.
that.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
But when I get back, I will hook y'all up with my number, and we can get Wayne to call in. I think that would be fucking fantastic to have a one-on-one with that
I
guy.
think so. That could be very fun.
All right.
Not fun, but like, it'll be wild.
Well, I mean,
Just-
I mean, you know, it's like it's like with many other chatters who, I mean, first of all, he's still here, so that's, you know, the important thing. But you know, we have our moments where we kind of butt heads, but you know, I consider him like a friend in general.
He's a friend of the chat.
Absolutely.
He's not a shitbag.
I don't
Maybe
know.
he's a
I don't know who
shit.
says that about him. Jesus, like there's a lot who just like rail on him. I think because he's an easy target.
I think so too. And it's mean.
Yeah, I mean, being authentic and vulnerable makes you an easy target, and I think that's why it's very easy for people like us to get picked on. But because we're not like, you know, putting up like a front or a shell to like, you know, deflect.
It is what it is.
We have nowhere else to go. We are all in the same boat.
Yeah. Okay, I've got some music lined up for us, guys. We're gonna take like a 10,
Yes.
15, and
Perfect.
yeah, we'll see y'all soon.
Okay.
I just fucking woke up, man.
Love you, man.
Love you too.
That shit was boring.
Here, I'm gonna mute us.
Hey yo, Dark Mage, we ain't even on the same page. The reason people checked the song out was cause they saw my name. Now let's be honest, your rap shit is whack, kid. Can you even code it all, or are you just another skid? Yeah, I listened to your song, I got bored and it was weak, and I fell asleep. At least give me a challenge, you ain't reaching for the sky. You'd be better off seeking a battle with them guys. What was that? I couldn't hear you speak up a little bit. You're on and out of breath for every line that you spit. Seems like you need to take a break, so have a seat. And let me tell you a little bit about me. See that slash names list, see that at next to my name. That means that I'm your daddy, so down, stay in your lane. I got channels and networks that steady highlighting my fame, but you jerking me off still and I haven't even came. You a special type of person that I can't fucking stand. Don't even act like you can, you're 3/4 of a man. I got all of my fingers, arms, legs, but not my teeth. You got a part-time job where you work 3 days a week. Slanging pizza on the side, Mama Mage stole your ride. And you living in a tin can and those 3 girls are a lie. And even if they weren't, your girlfriend is your hand. And maybe your mama, your uncle or your aunt. You can write 300 lines and I could write 10, but the end is the same. I embarrass you again. I wasn't born on the mic, but I made it my bitch. Slimer fucked you before jail, are you sure you want the snitch? Let's examine this shit, even we've give you a diss. That's like being called a loser from dried up dog shit. So fuck all your songs and your egg-shaped head. I cooked them crab claws once, I see the back from the dead. But no matter, my friend, because this ain't for pretend. So take your spoken word raps and shove them up your rear end. Happy Friday, L-O-H-E-N-N. My name is Eraser. Don't make me kill you again, nigga.
This shit goes out to Pound Frack. Even though they kicked me for posting an FNet news link, and even though they kick banned me for showing them some can flood love, that's aight. I'ma still do a song for you.
You're welcome.
Woke up this morning, cracked my back, scratched my balls. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Open up that screen. It ain't no map. I got that down, nigga. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Didn't come to idle.
Nope.
I came to chat.
Yup.
10,000 lines today. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
When I'm done shitting, I wipe my crack. That poop smell funky town. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Used to be a metalhead, and now I rap. I pulled a straight 180. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
I don't drink booze. I don't smoke crack. I cop a blowy though. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Now the beat builds up.
Builds up,
Just like the last. I'm about to kill this shit. Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
You can hear the beat.
The beat.
Go boom boom bap.
Boom bap.
I think I'll call this song Shout outs to Frack.
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 Shout outs to Frack, nigga. Shout outs to Frack.
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 I think I'll call this song Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack. Shout outs to Frack, nigga.
Some snow is white, some shit is black. That's true. Chessboard. Shout out to Frack. Woo. My cousin Mike has a mole on his back above his crack. Ugh. Shout out to Frack. I get my food from the food shack, then I put my food on a bike rack. Ching, ching. Shout out to Frack. One pancake is a cake, but 3 or 4, now that's a stack. Shout out to Frack. I'd like to say hello or hi to the people in the chat. In other words, hey, shout out to Frack. Imagine if you wiped your ass with 50 rusty tacks. Gross. Shout out to Frack.
Shout outs 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 to Frack, nigga. Shout outs to Frack.
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 I think I'll call this song Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack.
Shout outs to Frack. Shout outs to Frack. Yo, man, can't forget to shout out Pound Frack, man.
Yeah, Pound Frack, what's up?
Can't forget to shout out the Chowders and Pound Frack.
Yay.
Shout out to Pound Frack for the inspiration.
Hey, New Jersey Devil, what's up?
Shout outs to the Ops and the Voices and Pound Frack.
What up, Austin Voices, what's up?
I'd like to thank Pound Frack for this song.
Yeah, the whole channel, what's up?
Thank you, Pound Frack.
Cheers, Pound Frack.
Yo, shout out to Pound Frack for all the love.
Yeah, big up to the whole channel, Pound Frack.
Yo, thanks for kick banning me. Yo, Kai, Pound Frack.
Not nice though, for real though.
And, shit. What was I gonna say?
Something about Pound Frack, I think.
Oh, yeah, shout outs to Pound Frack.
Yeah, you got it, bitch.
Shout outs to Frack.
Yeah, shout out to Frack.
Sorry, I saw your ad on Kid Bill. For the supplement maker? Still available?
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. Seems quite slow, actually. Yeah, so just the thing.
Oh, sorry, I saw your ad on Kid Bill. For the supplement maker? Still available?
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, sorry, I thought your add-on girl. Hey, Bill. For the supplement maker?
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it now. Seems quite slow, actually. Yeah, so just the thing. How it all, maybe a little Percocet, and the next thing you know, you have somebody who is more concerned with doing the schoolwork. So cut off their Percocet. It's great.
Yeah.
How it all, maybe a little Percocet, and the next thing you know, you have somebody who is more concerned with doing their schoolwork, so they don't cut off their Percocet. It's great.
Yeah.
How it all, maybe a little Percocet, and the next thing you know, you have somebody who is more concerned with doing their schoolwork, so they don't cut off their Percocet. And it's great.
Yeah.
Prozac ice cream, 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 Prozac ice cream.
Oh, sorry, I thought your add-on girl. Hey, Bill. For the supplement maker?
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. Seems quite small, actually. Yeah, so just the thing. How it all, maybe a little Percocet, and the next thing you know, you have somebody who is more concerned with doing their schoolwork, so they don't cut off their Percocet. And it's great.
Yeah.
You know we got it, roll off the block, now player, we ain't chop it, make the beat 12, this is 89% pure, this boy right here kill you dead if you ain't careful, got the bunny for 100, you could get a brick for 4, but if you kicking and you sick, then don't come knocking at my door, I'll meet you at the spot, bring the cash, I'll bring the rock, check the stamp horsepower, it's on brand in a rubber band, look, I've been known to shoot a bag into myself. Got these tats upon my undercover hell. Call me young, John the Fairfield Taliban. Bless the pocket plan. We all got vices. Trying to quiet voices in our head. Now I'm dead.
This is a true story about your wife, the one that you beloved, your beloved wife. She looks me dead in the eye across the Thanksgiving Day table and she goes like this: I sucked a guy's dick with hepatitis. Fucking bringing these fucking beat junkies around with black eyes and fucking busted out teeth and broken noses and band-aids all over their fucking face and cuts on their fucking fingers and fucking stick and poke tattoos and fucking bad breath. Like, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Eating napkins, eating paper because that's all you have left. Mixing water and paper and drinking it because you're homeless and you're not smart. Let's see, what else? Having a urinary tract infection for 5 years. One little whip? Nothing. Look, you just saw it. Underscore. Underscore. Oh yeah. Underscore. 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 Oh yeah. Underscore.
register and ask. Free no chatting mother suckers. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. That's quantum, holdings we got 'em. Fang stocks we get rich, the feds they be watching. Crypto invested, the options all vested. Shells and shells are bulletproof and tested. Got hackers with crab hands, failed RNA scans, mail fraud and shooters. Got snitches and booters. Logic a game, ain't on 88, that's black main. 6969 live on other side bang.
Didn't you know about like not calling it again? Are you gonna talk about like some horse fucking crime? Or are you gonna, would you pop this safe for the red? Recommended by Black Man.
This morning, a far-reaching attack from Russia on one of America's biggest companies, just ahead of a milestone summit.
Oh, you're gay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. And I got me spamming.
I have returned.
And I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys.
Battle is raging across the internet. A Geneva-based non-profit spam filtering organization says it's under the worst ever cyber attack. So strong, it's slowing down internet access globally.
There is no God but God, and Perrier Davis was his messenger.
You call? Yeah. I wanna suck clothes. Woman's clothes.
I don't know what. You have experience?
What?
Women's clothes?
What the fuck would I do in women's clothes? Do I look like a transvestite? I'm not no fucking transvestite.
They'll all reach that hacker shit, spamming all and getting lit. Room full of goons, and you know they all be chatting shit. Packets, they joss and get juked on a net split. Bad bitches, pretty feet, show them thanks to F-Sand. Got heaters and pumpers, got OGs and newbies. ASCII burning blaster, RUI and RC. Big Rob the sun god, don't know, stay redline. Hard on and off, I ain't got no time for busters, man. Lactose and earthbound, we call that milk net. Spoon with the two made up by the homie P-Rex. Hello.jpg, go T-O-Y-D. Welcome to the chat room, you chatting with some chat apes. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys. And I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, and I got me spamming, pumping these ass keys.
Shoutouts to Ralph, big supporter of the dojo, sick fucking rapper, grinding hard to create new shit at a rapid pace, which is with the essence of the Evildojo down, deep down. This is why it's difficult for me to get into this process. It's a lot easier to just get up on cam and start blathering about anything and everything than it is to see through a very long project. But I think the same process that I found working with making beats and creating my own music, it's probably similar to how a lot of other people kind of operate. You just end up building things together, kind of like Legos, stitching things to see how they fit. Let me put Logic back on. Hey, y'all there? Just got back. Let's see. Sweet.
Henla?
Henla.
Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, y'all are on.
Oh.
Oh
we got
lord.
an AIDS.
Now there's AIDS.
Wait, who has AIDS?
We got an ad.
And we got ads.
Oh, ads.
And then I'm actually gonna take Doggos out.
Excellent. I'm gonna take a look into seeing if I can create another Google Voice number.
His feet are very cold. I did touch his feet. Pretty gross.
You elected.
Yeah, because I want to make them wet.
You know, for all the feet hate, you know, people forget that Jesus
Okay.
washed the feet of his fellow man. Very intimate act. There's a lot of science
true.
done on the connection between the brain and the feet as well. So, there you go.
Stark Mage cheeses.
Been working up to me
Yeah,
washing
yeah.
her feet.
I can't hear.
I'm just saying, for all the anti-feet chat that, you know, goes on. Deep down, everyone kind of has a thing for feet.
No.
Angie's just
I
like,
hate them.
so you want to cut? Do you want to cut your feet off?
If
you-
somebody could, I wish they would. No, wait, actually don't do that. I just feel like stomping. It's like-
Okay. Take the dog. Doggos.
You know, I can come out with. I'm sorry. How was Hanky?
Hold on.
Oh, she's doing good. We went up and down the street. She got her business in. Actually, I saw a funny sight involving dogs. Small little dog segue story. One of the neighbors across the street has a beagle, who they have a fence that's an iron gate fence, but this motherfucker just squeezes through the gate, like no fucks given. The gate does nothing to impede his progress. And I watched him try to like sneak behind us while we were like walking down the street, like as if he didn't get
Heard that,
caught.
Hanky?
And then he went over to like behind the dumpster on like the concrete like parking situation behind these restaurants, like this bar that's like right across from me, and he took a dump and went back home. It was a very specific place, like right in front of the dumpster. I just thought it was just like extremely. It seemed like he does this often. It was like a
Man.
routine he's got.
I felt he was doing so well.
You're coming in and out, Angie. Who's doing so well?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Dumpster Cat.
Oh, Dumpster Cat.
Yeah, Dumpster Cat. I felt so bad.
This is the first I'm hearing of Dumpster Cat.
You don't know about Dumpster Cat?
No. Tell us the story.
So the story is, we've been hanging out for like a month and a half with this cat behind the dumpster. The big ass dumpster, whatever, that's like nearest to our apartment, whatever. And there's this cat that just lived out there, and he was like skin and bones, obviously older, whatever. So Dumpster Cat. Sorry, we didn't really give him a name. We did, but Mayor McCheese.
Yeah.
Sergeant, first class, whatever. Like he knows the entire title. But like, so had this cat, and then he finally warmed up to us, fell asleep in front of me, and on my birthday, he followed us inside, and Spelk was here
Nice.
when he did that. So it was just very nice, and I was just like, okay, but he knew that he was sick. So it was like 6 days later, on the 20th, we had to bring him into the fucking hospital, the fucking like emergency cat,
Yeah.
because like he was like laying in a because he was just like not doing, and he was just pretty much done. When Logic picked him up, it was just like he's like a body.
Oh
Put him in
man.
the box when we fucking not box, but like whatever. Put him in there, whatever. I'm sorry for this tragic story. right
No,
now.
no.
But he was not doing very well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah, that's dumpster cat. He was living by the dumpsters for a minute, but like by some weird stroke of luck, Logic had walked by and had saw that like or people were talking about like the cat, and he actually figured out who the actual owner was.
Oh
And
shit.
she was looking for him. Whatever. She got to be there. We had to put him down.
Yeah.
But she was there. It was fucking wild, dude. What a wild experience.
Yeah, when you said dumpster
He had
cat,
a
I
really
thought
good
of when you said dumpster cat, I thought of It's Always
K-10?
Sunny in Philadelphia. No, It's Always
Yeah,
Sunny in
dumpster baby.
Philadelphia.
Dumpster baby.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. But
Yes. Same. No, that's exactly why I was like, oh, it's dumpster cat. DC. Dumpster cat. Not DB. It's DC.
DK.
That's kind of why yeah. So it's a dumpster cat. But like, anyway, he was old. And he
Yeah.
had other issues. I'm sorry. But, man, what a weird fucking thing to deal with. Okay, wait, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Where are you staying right now? Like,
What?
in what state?
Texas.
You're in Texas?
Yeah, I've been here for like 3 years.
No, I just see like the AC. Oh, god damn it! I just got an AIDS. Look at bitch. Sorry.
I got it.
I was in AIDS for Truly. That's actually very funny. It's a Truly ad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Amazing. I am
Okay, well,
reinforcing
now
your
it's-
alcohol habit.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've got a
You
beer
were
in the
doing
fridge.
this.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
somebody.
I'm part of the problem. I am not part of the solution, apparently.
I hope it makes you money. I really hope it makes you.
Every so often, well, like I've gotten more in donations, obviously, but like the ad money does stack up in the form of like cents. Like it's all based on like how many people actually watch your stuff, how many eyeballs get to see the ads. Which it's like it sucks. It's like whatever. I would much rather like rep like products that I've actually used myself, and like have you ever worked in sales or done any form of like
No, my whole thing is obviously. I mean, you know, I work in like the industry, so
Yeah.
it's like that's just kind of my shit. And I start off like just being like serving, but now I don't have to do that anymore, which is excellent.
Yeah,
So that's just kind of my shit.
I hear you. I've been all over the
Mhm.
place, but one of my first jobs was doing door-to-door knife sales for Cutco Cutlery. I don't know if you ever heard of that brand, but
No.
very high end, super high quality
Oh.
knives.
Knives?
And the whole stick is to like take a penny and then cut it in half with their scissors.
Oh my god.
Which is pretty easy, actually. Like, you just gotta have some good, forearm, arm strength, like you've been jerking off for like 15 years. But it's not too bad. The scissors have like a grip on them, like the teeth. They have like teeth on the actual serration, and it's not like typical serration. Like, you have to get them mechanically sharpened at like one of their facilities. They don't like make sharpeners that you can just like buy for them. But very good products in general, but mostly out of the reach of the general public in terms of price. Like their 8 knife and 8 steak knife entry kit was like $800.
Yep.
And the only person who ever bought one from me was my dad's ex-wife that he married after mom, who he's not married to anymore. And I saw like $80 out of, I saw like a 10% commission. And that was about all the money I made working there for about a month. And I realized I suck at sales, or I just don't know anyone who could afford what I had to sell. So
same. For me, it's like, if I can't convince somebody to buy anything. I'm very bad at that. Because if I wouldn't buy it personally, I can't.
Right.
So it seems rude to be like, oh yeah, you should totally buy this. And I can't do it.
There's a lot of good shit that's just expensive though, right? Like, just like, you could probably think of things that you want that you can't afford right now. And like, I wouldn't have even thought that I would have wanted good knives until I actually tried using them. And have you ever used like a shitty kitchen knife versus like a actually sharp one?
Actually, yeah, I have shitty kitchen knives, and fucking Logic makes fun of my knives all the time.
Oh no.
Like, no, they're shit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Dad's like a chef, so it's like, I have nice knives, but they're not sharp at all.
Like, I have one crappy like Walmart knife that has like a dent in it, and whenever I go over to take care of grandma, because my sister's boyfriend is like a 5-star head chef, he's got like really kick-ass like cutlery, and I always have a good time cooking over there. But it's like, I would have never have thought I wanted knives, like for kitchen. I'm a fucking nerd. I just spend all my money on video games and shit, right? Like, I would have never thought I wanted knives until like I actually saw the difference, and I was like, oh shit, I can try to convince people to buy this. That didn't go so well, but I was only 18, and I have a much bigger appreciation for the level of aggression that you have to like be successful in sales.
I think same, but at the same time, like, I can't sell something that I'm not willing to actually back up. I can't do it.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
I can't do that either.
Terrible.
I can't fake liking
it makes
shit.
me a terrible fucking server.
But you can't pretend like you. Well, I imagine it helps if you've tried a little bit of everything at your restaurant, right? Like, kind of figure out what's good and what's not. No.
And I know I work better in the back of the kitchen, or I'm pretty much in the medium area where it's like I am front of house, but I'm also back of house, whatever. Like, that's fine. But like, oh man, I just can't do the sales shit. I'm not a salesperson. I'm very bad at it.
So you can't like recommend, if I came to your restaurant, you can't recommend me something to eat?
I will recommend you shit. I will do that. But
I mean, that's basically a sale.
I cannot. Well, okay. I guess, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna like upcharge you or anything like that. Like,
well, you're not making commission.
This thing's a little bit weird. I know. So then that's the point. Like, I'm not trying. I know.
But you're making tips. So it's a little bit different.
Tips, so
it's a different environment.
But
slightly,
I make tips, and I don't have to sell people on shit. All I have to do is help them out.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, people are already coming to the restaurant. They're already going to buy something,
Yes, and it's like, you as a server, you have to fucking upsell them on it, whatever. It's like, okay, that's, but like, when it comes back to me, like where I'm at, I don't give a fuck. I just need to make sure that everyone's there, which is awesome. And then they tip me out. I make more money than like a lot of the servers, even if it's slow, especially with goes now, because that's in. So.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird thing. I've never have like maybe 3 tickets a night max before COVID, but now it's a shitload of DoorDash. I'm doing 2 jobs at this.
Oh,
And-
like preparing like food for DoorDash people?
Yes.
Oh god, that's the worst.
Yes.
I was
Yes,
saying,
and I mean, there's no reward for me there. Like when people actually call in, whatever. I mean, I can't completely complain because we were making a killing when like we were open, whatever for to go, and I would sit there and I would watch fucking Antique Roadshow. My manager there, I was like, okay, it's like sitting in the bar watching Antique. God damn it! I just got an.
yeah, you're also coming in and out on the microphone too. I don't know if there's a way you can like.
I'm sorry. I'm just yelling at Logic's computer.
Got
Sorry.
it. No, you're good.
Yeah, but I got a bunch of ads. Right.
Yeah, I have the. Yeah, talk about being sold on something. Twitch convinced me to adjust my ad settings so that it's like near max or whatever, but it's like part of some new monetization rollout they're trying to do.
Are you getting revenue from this? Though?
From the yeah, like I was saying, I actually see like over time, like if I go into my Twitch dashboard, like I could take a look right now, and they only do payouts like every $100 that you make. Like I can cash out into my PayPal though, like when I hit that amount. Let's see what my current shit is at. I haven't looked at it in a while because it's been stuck at like around $20 for a while. Let's see.
Hopefully this helps.
I mean,
Take their money.
You can probably successfully use an ad blocker to block the ads. I don't mind if you do that.
I won't do that to you. Are you serious?
You can probably also watch it ad free on
it's
YouTube. It's broadcasting ad free on YouTube as well as on Twitter. Haven't figured out.
It took us so long to figure out how to do Twitch, and it sounds retarded. I'm sorry, but I guess now we are the new boomers. Sorry, but yeah, I was just like, I know my account, like, because I usually like log in and I'll go check on some dumb shit, or I'll just see playing some video game. Yeah, but I could not log in. And it took him forever to figure out how to log in.
Oh god.
He had wait, did you see the screen cap? It was just like, choose the elephants that are made of clouds.
What?
And it's all like AI images. Yeah, dude, it's like Dolly images where it's like, choose the elephants that are made out of clouds. That was like his first like clicky click thing, and it's just like, what the fuck? But there's elephants and there's clouds. But it's like the ones that are made out of clouds? What? What means that? What means it?
Yeah, in the last period I've made
wild.
I don't know, I think in the last month I've made 39 cents on ads.
We'll get to 100. We'll get to $100.
No, well, I mean, I've
We'll
got
get there.
like so for anyone watching who wants to avoid ads and wants to actually support, you can obviously subscribe on Twitch as well, and if you have like Amazon, you can use your one Prime subscription to subscribe for free, basically.
You can do that?
Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime and you link it with your Twitch, you can
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to one Twitch person per month for free, which is kind of cool. I
So
believe
my computer.
I believe gifting subs is also at a 20% discount, so you can like give someone a sub for like $3.99 or something like that.
Interesting. I fucking had I mean my computer, because Joe took the lit up took the other computer, the nice
Yeah.
one, and ever since, like, I don't know, like, I mean, it's not a good computer. Oh God, puppy. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm surprised I'm able to do as much as I can with this one. This is an HP laptop that I got at Walmart for $500, and then I put
Walmart.
yeah, dude, no, you don't understand. When I had that lawyer gig, I came home with like more money than I've had at any one moment in my whole life, which isn't that much in the grand scheme. But I was able to work with it, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't have that gig, which was at this point 2.5 years ago. Like imagine that gig was at the beginning of 2020, and that money got me into this place. And one of the first things I did with it was buy a new laptop, because my MacBook's fucking old as shit. I've had it since 2011. It's over
But you're
10
out of
years
Florida,
old.
right?
Yeah,
No, that's what I said. You're out of Florida.
I'm out of Florida, yes.
Thank God.
But during that time, like I went from like I was in Florida, then I flew to California, then I flew back, and I had all this money, and then I ended up flying back to California a second time, and then the pandemic hit, and then I was forced to come back to Florida.
I remember that.
And then I called the courthouse to find out when my court date was going to be while I was at my storage unit, and discovered that my court date had been pushed off for at least a month. And then I hit my sister up and I was like, please let me come live with you. There's no way I'm going to survive. So I was just like, get the fuck out. And so I did. Because, yeah, the situation was just not good. But, like, there was so much good that came out of that situation, oddly enough. And it's always been like that. Like, every single time I was pushed into kind of a dark straits kind of situation, some light at the end of the tunnel emerges in one form or another. You just kind of have to be willing to reach out to people.
Sam, no matter how bad it gets, you will have something. You will. It's so fucking weird. And it's very annoying to have to deal with in the moment, where it's just like, oh God, everything is shit. Life is full of shit.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it always comes out better. Every single time.
Yeah. See,
You still have it.
when you were talking about a dumpster cat, I was also thinking at the same time about this. 'Cause I like helping cats out too, right? Like I may have mentioned a really hot day. I encountered a cat that was like literally panting in the street, and I tried to carry him on my shoulder home while I was carrying Hanky and the leash in the other arm. I'm like multitasking, and get all the way up my stairs, get the keys in the door, and the cat jumps out of my arms and runs away.
No.
But if he was able to run, he might have been okay. I mean, he did pretty much let me pick him up. It was like kind of odd how easy it was. Normally cats don't let you get out close to them, but
Well, we spent like over a month just going out there, sitting with Dumpster Cat, petting him, trying to pick him up. Like, he was skin and bones, and just like, like, hey, like, we're just trying to hang out with you, whatever. Like, give him pets, and he'd run up and like he'd push his head into my hand, and like I was just like, okay, like, this is our cat now, basically. And we would feed him, and then, okay, get out. Get out, puppy. We're talking about Dumpster Cat. Don't at me. Hey. Sorry.
What's up,
But
puppy?
yeah, no, he would like come up and like he fell asleep in front of me one night, and then he would let me like touch his stomach, whatever. And then I picked him up one night, and he stayed for like a second and a half, and then he jumped out, and I wasn't like trying to hold on to him or anything like that. But then on my birthday, he followed us inside.
Red scrimps.
Yeah, we had honey scrimps, and Spoke was here, so we had like honey shrimp. He was like, "Yeah, I like the shrimp."
Isn't it
So
great
they
how like
followed us up
everything
the
comes
stairs.
together? Like
Yeah, it was
mad,
so weird.
like the synchronicity of having Spoke around, and
Yeah.
and Dumpster Cat just deciding, he's gonna come inside.
I
Pretty
think
cool.
that he knew he was sick. I think he knew he was sick, and he
Yeah.
had a good week. Like I said, when we found him, like he wasn't moving or whatever, and like I think he might have had a seizure in the because the dogs wouldn't cross like the hallway. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's
So
okay.
I think he might have had a seizure or whatever, but
Yeah.
he was not okay. And like I said, when Logic picked him up, it was just like it was like dead, like not dead, but limp. Just
When I picked him up, he was completely. We took him to basically. Angie was. Because she's a cat.
Hey, Logic, you're coming in and out, bro.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Our AC just kicked on.
I hear you. I mean, I register, but yeah, you're.
Pissing
I don't know if the viewers can hear your whole story.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he had pissed himself, laying on, and Angie, one that, and I was like, well, cats kind of do that shit. She was like,
Bad
bad feeling, and yeah, when I reached down to try to like pick him, I noticed like he was just. Yes. Does that make sense? And he didn't move. He didn't move at all.
Yeah.
Completely limp.
It was
Oh man.
He was on. And when they told us, give us that, I was like, oh yeah. Like I know.
As soon as they opened the box and they saw him, they were just like, oh my god, critical care. Are you willing to initiate critical care? And I was like, yes. Do that. But
Yeah, I've never had
It
a
was-
situation like that with a cat. There's kind of a black spot in my memory of my first cat, Midnight, when I was like a child growing up, where somewhere in between, somewhere during like age 9, I discovered that I was allergic to cats because I, got tested at the hospital, and it's like my number one allergy. And right around that time is when Midnight passed away from old age. I don't remember anything about him being buried in the backyard, but that's where he resides, is in a kind of a swampy creek behind an old house that we used to live at in Florida.
Is that in Florida?
It was actually at my childhood house, which is a few streets away from my grandmother's home, which I I was recently informed the person who we sold it to managed to flip it for double what we initially got for it, and I'm just like, fuck. Because in my mind, it was $1 million property easily after work is done on it, because there's a lot of fucking work that needs to be done on it. But we had actually 2 cats for a while. One of them was a really bad cat that didn't hang out for very long, called Ziggy. Like there were some nightmare stories Mom would tell me about him, where he would like take a shit in my sister's like crib when she was like a baby, and knock over like the Christmas tree. He was like a terror cat, and he wasn't around for very long, but he was supposed to be like the yin to Midnight's yang. But Midnight actually hung around with us, for a long time before he passed away, and then we got a yellow lab. That's and actually having Hanky is kind of like vindication for the part of my teenage years where we moved to Texas, and my dad made Winnie stay behind, and my grandmother actually took care of her until she passed away. But love animals, love dogs, love cats.
Same.
I love other animals too. I actually had 2 snakes as a kid growing up.
I love snacks.
And the girl who got me onto IRC had a turtle for a very long time, like a box turtle.
I want to watch all the aids. Sorry.
We had a aquarium growing up where I had some betta fish, and I also had an eel, like a green horn-nosed eel.
Interesting.
The dude who was doing the art on Skull, one of my best friends, was really, really into like homemade aquarium stuff for a long time, to the point where the dude had easily thrown down like thousands of dollars on dumb giant aquarium shit. But like, I thought it was kind of fun and zen. It was almost like what I like an aquatic version of a Zen garden,
Yes.
or like bonsai plants.
I used to have this as a kid. Like, I had this fucking paku that was like, seriously, I'm not showing you, but like, it was like this big. That is not a thing that you can flush down the toilet when it dies. I had to throw it in the trash can, and I felt so bad. And I was crying. It had like teeth. Like a paku is like a...
Yeah, I'm Googling it.
It's like no, please. Like, they've got teeth. They're related to like piranhas.
Oh, nice.
But like, they've got like these like little like teeth, and there's like and they got their.
That's pretty cool.
Like, having to throw a paku that big into the trash, I was like, oh my god.
Oh man,
like,
dude.
This is the worst day of my life.
Oh no.
I tried to flush.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this.
Boy,
oh, yeah,
honey,
bro, honey, and
What
they
the
got
F?
stuck in the fucking toilet.
Jesus Christ!
I had to go to the hardware store and buy like a fucking plumbing snake to like force it down. And these are like my pets. Like I love you, but
to go down the toilet.
Oh my
This is
god!
terrible. What a horrible story. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I love the direction this is headed. This is great, actually.
We're like,
we got through some dark content. We made it even darker, and then we flipped it. This is what,
no, like what the fuck?
This is the Evil Dojo ethic.
I couldn't flush this.
We have to find the humor in these dark times somehow.
We must.
Or
Jesus,
else
though.
everything is depressing.
Why? Tell me, why did you have
I had
to
to snake my fucking boy down the fucking toilet?
Why did you get koi? Were they in a pond?
No, they were in an aquarium.
Why?
I lured all my Hannah.
Oh my god.
At what point did you decide to flush it? Like, how big? Like, if it was large enough to get stuck.
When they were dead.
Well, no, you flush
like
gold. Motherfucker,
3
you
years
flush
old.
gold. Dog, you flush goldfish. Tiny little fish that can actually get down
Don't
into.
think about it.
You didn't think about it, okay.
So I was like 22 years old. I lived in Portland, and oh Lord
I
Almighty!
hate this story.
And this dude
Stop.
gave me a fucking aquarium full of koi, and
Why? No, wait,
because I won it in a fucking.
Sorry.
I won it in a game of blackjack.
One koi pond.
This story is amazing already. Holy shit! Please keep going.
I'm sorry.
Right. So
I didn't know it was
just,
going this way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, and I won his TV also. But he came back and he was like, "Oh, where's my koi and my TV?" And I was like, "Well, I got come
Good
back.
news and bad news. Got your TV.
Half your fucking koi, and I still have her TV."
Hey, how big was it?
They were fucking huge, bro.
Why would you put that down the toilet?
Honey,
and my pocket was
I
like
was
this thing, and I was just like, I can't
22.
put that down.
I was
That's full
22.
of trash, man. Fishnet and trash.
I
was
was
like so devastated.
22. I couldn't think of shit. So my answer was, well, just put them down the toilet. Oh, I love them. Oh, but they were huge.
Did you expect them to plug up your toilet?
I did not.
So wait,
Why not?
I don't.
It started off with one fish. You flushed multiple fish down the toilet.
Multiple
Let's
large
just
fish.
let's just get the details of the story clear for the audience.
Okay, there were 6 koi.
6?
3 of them I tried to put down the toilet.
Oh my god.
Hey.
But they got stuck.
Yeah,
so I
no
bought
shit.
a plumber's snake to force them down the toilet.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Oh my god, I
as each one died, because I'm 22 and I'm terrible at fucking taking care of fish,
God.
I just put them in the toilet and shove them down.
No. I hate so much.
I did do that.
Hey, we all make
I did do
mistakes.
that.
You know, nobody's perfect. You know, we can't judge a person by their past decisions. That's not how this works. This is actually a great lesson.
Hard agree.
It is true.
To not drink
Jesus
ever.
Christ. Brought you to that.
I don't know. I'm from Kansas. Don't fucking ask me. I don't know.
It's
I
not.
just
It's not the
fucking
worst
just
incident
do it.
of pet murder that I've ever heard. To be fair, so.
Well, that's what
you
we're
know.
doing with Puppy when he dies. We're just gonna snake him down
Snake
the
him
toilet. Sorry.
in chunks.
No, not in chunks.
Well, that's how you have to do it.
Oh my god.
You like section it off so that like it can, fit. I mean, at this point, you might as well just like take a lesson out of Breaking Bad and use one of those. I forget what
hydrochloric acid.
Well, yeah, but you have to
Sure.
you have to have the right container though. Remember there's an episode.
Is a toilet not a good container?
Oh hell no! No, they tried to do this shit in the bathtub in one episode, and then the body ended up like dissolving in the bathtub, but then the bathtub ended up dissolving away, and the body fell through the floor, and it was just like liquid corpse like everywhere.
He's never seen it.
You should.
Is that
It's
what?
highly recommended. I went through it twice, once by myself and then once with my grandmother. All of our pets are named after Breaking Bad characters.
No shit.
I almost started rewatching it the other day. Netflix decided to random it for me and Grandma.
You ever seen Black Mirror?
I've gone through the first 3 seasons and I've been very slow.
And then stop there. Stop there.
Why?
Don't go to season 4.
Tell me why.
That's apparently.
Because it got woke.
Let's talk about woke stuff. That's a good topic. This is always, of course, going to be an ongoing conversation. But, I saw some, really bad Netflix comedy I was talking about earlier. It was, 4 I watched 4 comedians back to back, and one of them was just like hyper racist against white people, and I'm like, yeah, that's
annoying.
I mean, you know, that's cool. Yeah, you can get up on stage and say what you want. It's a free country. You know, but at the same time, comedy, I think, should be something more than just an excuse to vent about frustrations. It should be about really poignant observations that are made, and I don't see a lot. Sometimes I don't see a lot of that.
It's okay if comedy is about the racism that you experience in everyday life.
But when your shit's just like, white people gotta get their shit together. You know?
Well, is it wrong? Or is it funny?
Insert group of people has to get their shit together. It's just not much of a, you know, there can be a lot said. You know, I could dissect my own perspectives on what is or isn't white. Like, what is white in the first place? And a lot of people.
Well, you're white. I'm white.
I mean,
he's white.
By classical definition, I look at my skin and I see what, I mean, it's not paper white. And as a kid, I always thought that was kind of odd, that like, why they call it white if it's not actually white.
Honey, you were white.
I think Dark Mage is actually whiter than me.
I'm very pale skin in general. I do not tan. I've got what they call cheap Irish skin, where I burn without much effort.
Are you Irish?
I'm like 50% British Irish. And then the other 49% is like, the other 49% is just like mixed, you know, North European, kind of like a random scattering of like French, Scandinavian, and, you know.
Everything over there.
But I've got 0.002% Sub-Saharan African. So technically I could identify as black on a very small level.
You should absolutely fucking.
But even then, like, I've got more Native American in me.
Mike Bell, my African American.
The problem is I don't have any genetic identifying features. You know, nothing came out. Like, maybe if I grow my beard out, that's probably like the nappiest part of me is my beard.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no,
You got the.
I could definitely get a beard pick.
You got the fucking stock.
Wait, what? Beard? What?
Oh, like my beard grows in kind of a weird way where like it's never straight. It is kind of like curly-ish.
Always forward, never straight. That's punk rock.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm thinking about growing the beard back out. Maybe not the mustache. But yeah, woke.
Did you
woke
see
shit.
his mustache?
Who, Logic's recently?
Yes.
Last I saw it, he
He
had
grew his actual mustache.
like he had curled tips last time I've seen it, but it's been a few weeks.
No curled tips. I just fucking went hard in the paint on that motherfucker.
Yeah, he wouldn't trim it, which is adorable.
The problem with the
I don't
mustache is
care.
it gets too long over the lips, and then it starts to get in the way of like when you eat. And
yeah,
I've seen videos of people who like rock it still even that long, but what they do to eat is they use a comb, and then they like lift their mustache up to like eat. And I'm just like, that's way too much work. Like, I don't have to add extra effort to like maintain something like that.
That's like Nietzsche.
No, I'll just like collect food in there, milk in there.
And I'll take it in later. I will eat it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Extra food. Thank you.
Yeah, what was that episode of Simpsons where Patty and Selma were ripping on Homer for getting food caught in his beard? something like that.
In the army we call it a soup strainer.
There you go. That makes sense. I get that right away. I'm already thinking about the experience of, Angie gets it now. Angie, you should grow a mustache. You should join us in this expedition of.
I'm trying so hard, Dark Mage. I'm trying.
Like you got to teach me your secrets so that I can too gain 600 LBS because I'm dying over here. I just can't gain the weight. I'm struggling.
I will tell you the secret. Here's the secret. You just fucking pound calories as far as the eye can see. Don't stop.
Speaking of,
no stop.
I'm gonna
Game
get some
stop.
cereal.
You want some cereal?
Yeah,
I'll get you some cereal. I did
I can
not.
do
No,
it.
there's.
Shove this into.
No.
Damn. No. I got it. Couldn't get
There's
fucking bowl of cereal.
definitely milk and. God damn. That.
Have y'all tried this Magic Spoon cereal?
She's gonna get some cereal.
Yeah.
There is, and I'm sorry, I did not kill it for that. Honey, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I did mean to do that, but there's enough for a bowl of cereal. Shit.
I'm trying to make it a habit to have like 2 gallons of milk in my fridge at all times because I pound that shit.
I did drink a shitload of fucking milk. But you got enough for a bowl of cereal.
I'm trying to make it a habit of having two
adding,
loaves of
I'm
bread.
just saying.
I'm just trying to double up on my stuff. Got some egg. I went grocery shopping earlier. I got eggs. I got bacon. I got 2 pounds of ground beef.
Same.
I've been doing pork stir fry, and I switch it back and forth between beef and pork.
I also got like fake crab meat, which is probably my favorite.
Imitation crab is pretty fun. I like crab cakes. I like king crab legs. I definitely haven't eaten enough
if you
crab.
sit king crab legs in front of me, like I will literally suck your dick. Like that's for me the end all be all.
I sit on with some warm like butter and lemon, and
no.
I don't know how
That's
much.
why I'm like, let's go to the casino.
I don't know how much you can like trick out like crab more than that, or like if you really even need more than that. But that has always worked for me.
Same as fuck.
I haven't had enough lobster for sure either.
Well, I don't even give a fuck about lobster. I just give a fuck about crab meat.
Think lobster is overrated?
I think so too. We're on the same page with that.
There's a good amount of seafood that I definitely haven't eaten enough of, like some more odd things out there, like crawfish.
Oh, I did do that. Don't at me. So I did have crawfish, grilled cheese sandwiches with my don't at me.
Crawfish grilled cheese?
Crawfish grilled cheese sandwiches with mustard. I'm telling you, bruh.
That sounds banger.
Sounds. It is fucking banger, bro. Bruh.
I could get down
I'm
with
telling
that.
you, that's where it's at. Oh, dude.
See, my sister's boyfriend made crawfish etouffee for us at the beginning of the pandemic, which I had never had before, and it kind of comes off like a New Orleans like version of curry, kind of, which hits the spot.
I'm just stuffing them literally like in a sandwich and then crushing the sandwich in butter and then fucking eating it with mustard.
I've never prepared them though myself. Aren't they like a pain in the ass to like get the meat out of?
No, I don't care about that, but they fucking, you know, I mean, yes, probably.
I mean, there's probably a technique that you've got to make it easier.
They sell the meat at the store.
Oh, you can just buy them shellless?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can just buy fucking.
I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Dude, that's where it's at.
Hell yeah. Making me hungry, man. Making all the viewers hungry.
I was just thinking about, like,
So
let's
now-
take a fucking... I'll make a fucking grilled cheese imitation crab sandwich. Or crab fucking... Or what the fuck is it called? Crawfish. There we go.
This cereal
It looks like Dwayne is present.
is golden cinnamon.
Dude.
Excellent.
Angie's on fire right now.
On my way.
Dwayne says, Lord, I bless entire audience. May
Gain
each
those
individual find the narrow path. Sometimes he has a, sometimes
Hold on.
Dwayne has very good things to say.
Who does?
Dwayne.
Oh yeah, it's true. I love Dwayne. We called him the other day. He's doing good. I want a prayer too. Also,
Yeah.
I love your Matt. And that's no homo, but just, you know.
Love you too, no homo as well, man.
Well, not. Okay, yes, that is true. I love you, no homo. But also, I love your wall mount, no homo.
Oh, wall mount. You're talking about this thing back behind me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling people about the story of, I was in the middle of telling people about how I got this wall scroll and how it was connected to Angie in an indirect way. The guy who gave this to me was a prolific Super Smash Brothers Melee player named Sauce.
Oh, dude, who's your main?
My main is Peach, dude.
Mark.
Peach?
Yes.
Oh yeah. You are.
Oh, bruh, I'm a fucking Pikachu, man.
Yeah.
Bruh. Bruh, I'm gonna fuck your ass.
You're welcome to try. I have a lot of experience fighting Pikachu.
Yeah, with Pikachu. I will do that.
It's very good. It's actually a very good. But I can't tell because I don't
She's getting very good at Pikachu. Fox.
Well, Angie's main.
telling
Well, dude, first of all, Angie's main is Fox, and if you know anything about Fox players and the whole meta game behind Melee in the first place, there's
It's 20XX.
there's something called the tier list, which is a ranking of what is
That's
believed
why
to be,
I picked Pikachu.
you know, like the most powerful characters that you can play. But part of the problem
that's
is
why I picked Pikachu.
playing Fox is very
I'm
difficult.
coming for you, brother. I'm
Playing-
coming for you.
Playing Fox and Falco are very difficult and challenging, and require a lot of time investment to, you know, master like the really fine high speed movements that they offer. But if you can do that,
Right.
then you can potentially be a very big threat
Ask her.
to anyone who
Ask
comes
her.
at you.
Ask Angie
Oh, I know.
if I'm coming for you.
No. I can't wait to play you. For real.
Oh yeah, dude.
Same.
If you do go to DEF CON this year, I'll bring in
Yeah, there's.
20XX.
I'm. It's so not happening, dude. Like, I just don't have the money or the time to make it over there this year. I was gonna say, because y'all are in California, if y'all were to link up with one of my own friends who's in the area now, you would definitely have a Smash partner.
We will hang out.
Yeah, eventually we
hang out
will.
at, like, I'm like a Mage.
And then we'll fuck your life up.
No, we just need to go.
No, that's it. That's it.
And then half the people are going.
She'll play a fox. You play a. You can play whatever the.
Peach. Stop.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm.
You're your ass.
Look,
Honey,
there,
you're your ass.
I've tried. I like this theory of like characters. You know, like it's always interesting to see which characters
And
people
I
get
play
good
a
with.
mid-
You might find before we even fight Logic that you end up getting better with another character. You know, it has not been a long time since you started playing. I think it's still very early in the process for you to. But I love your enthusiasm.
This is
Your
so
life
completely correct.
up.
Nope. Nope. I sorry.
We have to be authentic.
I am
And
good.
I'm loving his energy right now. He's ready. He wants-
you know and I know.
And
Damn.
this is
Like,
only
you
my.
know-
Bro. Wait until I play a fox.
Well, I mean, just play 20XX
So when you
and
do
put the
that-
Fox like AI on like max, and just train against that for days on end.
Honey.
And you'll be okay.
Honey.
Dark Mage. No.
No,
No.
what y'all need? What y'all need to get?
And that's how you win. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I've been slowly introduced. Like, oh yeah, you can DI that by doing.
But do I not do that?
You haven't lately, but at the same time, you are.
Dude, you gotta understand
I'm sorry.
logic. I used to literally
Right.
watch videos on YouTube and take notes on physical paper, studying like how to
Oh
get
my
better
God,
at Melee.
I have like a book. I took notes on everything off of like Smash, whatever fucking website. I would take notes. It's like, okay, yeah, like this.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
like,
need to take notes.
You will eventually feel a
think
need.
that. Read your fucking question.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been telling you this.
I mean, Angie's over here going nice
Except,
and
like,
easy
I
on
lived
you.
in Central Florida. Like playing against like Central Florida people is just like holy shit. Like it's fucking.
Oh, dude, I want to play man right now.
I mean, Angie's talking about Central Florida, but the problem is that the Melee scene is still big everywhere. Not just Melee, but Smash in general.
But it's stacked. Melee is stacked in fucking CFL. Sorry.
CFL?
It is.
What's the CFL?
Yeah.
Central Florida.
Central Florida.
Oh, okay.
CFL, Central Florida. So
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
well-
like, H-box pluck there, fucking like, yeah, dude, like
Well,
you're just.
I mean, you've
if
got...
you
Yeah.
go locals, and I would go time.
Yeah, but if you're good at Pikachu,
See,
You
you've
know
got...
how hard that is to beat.
honey,
Pikachu's...
I've been playing Pikachu.
For what, like a couple
He
weeks?
can be good. I've shown him a lot of Axe videos.
And we're
so it's
not
like
good.
Axe is very
And we're not
good.
good at
He's-
Pikachu.
He's good, but also I'm very impressed.
Okay.
Do you know how to spike yet? Or can you spike with Pikachu? No.
Me?
Oh,
As Pikachu?
of course I can.
No,
No.
No,
no,
well, she spikes all the time.
Well, I shine spike a lot. Well, I've been getting more comfortable with it.
yeah. There's certain techniques like this
No.
that
You can talk over me.
like there's certain techniques that exist that are kind of like you straight up can't learn everything there is to know about Melee in a day, let alone a week. Even if you were playing 24/7 on acid the whole time. That's how deep the game is.
On acid.
Oh yeah, no, like that was the thing. The dude who gave me this this wall scroll. I'll put his data sheet up on screen, but let's see.
That's a nice wall scroll.
He was doing some next
Wait,
level.
who was that?
His name was Sauce. I'm gonna.
But
put
he's
him-
like homies with somebody that I know.
Yeah, well, the connection was through Caveman.
Bro, I can't wait to fucking
like
kick your fucking ass.
So this guy is actually the guy who gave me the wall scroll.
Oh yeah, that's right. There. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, you showed me this. SOS.
yeah, we called him
You
Sauce,
showed me this.
which
You
stands
showed
for
me
Son of Satan.
Sauce. Okay. It's sick. But like,
Because
QTS.
but this dude, like, I played against him a couple times, and he straight up made me want to quit. Like, not just Melee, but video games. I was just like, I can't ever be
That
this
will
good.
happen. No, that will happen.
Let's play
I'm playing.
Melee.
But
It's okay. I want you to. I want you to force talk. I want you to fucking destroy me.
It's nothing I can do. It has to be
so
somebody
Angie,
else.
you were saying
Like, fuck it. I guess.
that one of my friends' wins was particularly impressive. You were actually like, oh my god, he won MLG or something like that. Now he won Final Smash Sauce. One of these, I remember one of these standing out. Yeah, he won MLG Las Vegas. In 2005.
I'm sorry, we just got you.
In
Sorry, we
a-
have an ad.
Out.
Gonna take at least 20 seconds.
I need to. I'm gonna consider cranking those down.
No, honestly, I will fucking watch them if it gives you.
Crank them up.
Crank them up. Watch them.
Yeah, if anyone
Yeah,
wants to
30
avoid the
second
ads, as a reminder, just subscribe, throw us that money. But yeah, he won MLG Las Vegas in 2005.
I see that.
And
It says. And 2007 too. It was first.
This was Final Smash SOS. I guess that was a
I'll
different.
defeat you all.
But
2007.
it was one of the top. But like, I got the distinct feeling that Sauce was much better than Caveman. in the long run.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like if Sauce were still alive and they were both still playing Melee, Sauce would be, light years ahead, and the game would be completely different, and stuff that nobody ever would have thought was possible would be now possible. That's the level that I felt like he was playing at. Now,
So
you said
did
you were connected
Sauce
with...
give you-
what's
give
that?
you the tutorial? Sauce?
Yes. Yes.
Or was it... Okay.
Yeah, Sauce gave me the
No,
wall
I was
scroll.
just wondering. Like, Caveman, I know that you guys were friends.
Yeah, no, we were all in the same circles together. Caveman and Sauce knew each other much longer.
Falco main?
Yeah.
Falco mains are psycho.
There's a couple good videos of
I'm
Sauce's
sorry.
gameplay,
That
and
is some psycho shit.
actually, I should pull one up right now.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Y'all can see.
Okay, I want to play.
There's let's see. Sauce Melee using control. There we are. Yeah, he's actually had a YouTube account and a bunch of different combo videos that he made of his gameplay from years ago.
Oh, Falco?
Falco, I mean, let's see if there's a specific character. Here, let's click one of these.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, that's what's playing Sheik. He has really good Sheik too.
Oh shit.
No smash.
Oh shit. Sheik main? Fuck. I was trying to explain. Sheik main. To Logic. Oh my. Holy shit.
I can do that. I can do Ink.
Link?
I can do that. I can totally do anything. Is that in 64 though?
No. It's fine. You don't play it.
See, this is my Peach game right here.
Wait, is that Peach?
That's
Shit,
that's
I thought that was Zelda.
no.
Holy
He's playing Peach right there. Here he's
Yeah,
Fox.
dude, like,
Oh, I've done that
my
before.
So he's getting messed up right here, but he's gonna come out of it.
Wobble.
Watch.
Wobble. That's a long.
No, he's about to turn this on him. You think that he's about to get stalked, but
They didn't do it. First, they didn't do it. Blink. Alright, yep.
A very high grand final here.
Finish.
yeah.
Back air, done. Back air, done.
SOS is really reading.
Can y'all hear me?
Be
Okay.
sorry. Oh, there he goes.
Wait, that's not even like a tournament with David.
No, that's FD.
I mean, no. That's not a tournament.
That's FD.
It says that's from San Marcos Melee. These are actually all from tournaments. All of the footage here is from tournament gameplay.
He's Pete.
I love turnips.
You got forced them.
Beautiful. Wow. Shit. Shitty. Sorry. Only up. God, give me all the. Valdo.
Ooh.
Probably. God. I hate this stage. Dark Mage, do you
I
hate
love
this
it.
stage?
You talking about the windy one?
Wind?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the wind
fucking
is
hate that
stupid,
stage.
but
I fucking hate that stage.
Right? I agree. The
I think
love
it should
it.
be in tournaments. I think it's retarded.
yeah, I don't I don't consider it a tournament legal stage myself. There was kind of an open debate in the house that we lived in, like the melee house. It was a melee house for a while. Kind of like a trap house, but a melee house. But like so
I don't think it should be legal.
yeah, dude, too much environmental influence.
The
Can
minimum, like,
yeah,
okay,
the wind is stupid.
wind is retarded, and like at the same time, like.
But
if
I
you're
love
gonna-
the gap between forms.
Yeah.
it creates kind of like a random edge, which is why I've always argued against using items, unless you're just like playing for funds or
if you're playing competitive, no item.
you can, I believe
It's just you and you.
I believe
But-
that competitive should have an item category, but it should be distinctly separate from like classic pure melee.
One of my favorite, just like to play for fun, like one of my favorites is just like all landmine.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I like playing
on
mine.
as Mac. Like that is so much fun. Love that.
Landmines,
Bob-ombs or whatever, like that's fun,
Pokeballs.
but like the bob-ombs, like we'll start walking around and blowing up all your landmine.
Yeah, landmines.
That's one of my favorite.
Pokeballs are pretty good too.
Well, it's because I like. But
Yeah, you can get some pretty game-changing randoms.
and just like max level,
yeah,
max level landmines. Just like tossing. Oh shit!
that's actually a lot of fun.
Walking. It's
yeah,
so much fun. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't wait.
Don't be sorry.
this is actually a pretty
can't
thick video, and there's like a lot of video content, so I'm not necessarily going to play the whole video, but this is a big shout out to my boy Sauce, because I actually list him on the website. Let's see, at evildojo.com under In Memoriam, right here from the San Antonio Super Smash Brothers Melee community. Unfortunately, this is a pretty growing list, and if there's anyone would like to be in memoriam on Evildojo, definitely hit me up, and I will,
When I die,
well,
put me on your list.
When I die, put me on your.
This is making the assumption
The
that
both of
any
us
one
go
of
on
us,
that list.
go out before the other, and I'd like to think that we all die at the same time. That would be
Yeah. Well,
that would be
Hopefully
what's
in a
up.
nuclear explosion.
Yeah, some sort of. I think gray goo would be a less painful way to go out. I don't know if you're familiar with those sorts of like world-ending sci-fi like. Uh-oh. I think they disconnected. That's okay. But no, shout outs to Logic and Angie for hanging out for as long as they did. This has actually turned out to be a content-filled episode. Very good chats. Definitely gonna have to go back and clip out that conversation about pets, cats, and fish from earlier. That was pretty good. I'm starting to lose steam though. In the end, there's a lot to talk about, and that's why I never really try to make it about any one directed thing, because in the end we're going to cover a lot all across the place, as is kind of my style. It's all about taking wide, long mental walks and then linking everything back together in the end somehow. Everything is tangent to each other. Everything is related. We're all connected. I didn't get a chance to throw over a phone number to Dwayne, but that's okay. We will get him in on the line next time. Vikernes Viking is now following. That's awesome. Thank you. Varg I would be honored if it were the real Varg. That would be fucking amazing. I've already it's a beautiful thing to be on the internet, to have something like Twitter where you can reach out and communicate with people that have inspired you in the past. See what's happening over. Use Arch, by the way. Nice. I need to check out Arch sometime. I'll probably do a stream where I fuck around with it after I've kind of gotten ish okay with it. No, I don't believe that. Shit, I don't know if the real Varg uses Arch or knows anything about Linux, honestly. That would be kind of cool. Shoutouts to the people who flooded the chat or the IRC from earlier. Let's see. Let me change my camera here. Get back to this one. Considering how ghetto my setup is, I mean, we're working on it. We're making shit happen. But yeah, it's obviously a big money investment to get a proper computer, hardware, and stuff kind of like thrown together. But considering I'm doing this all on a laptop, it's not fucking bad. It's like a USB camera. There's the laptop camera. Got a USB microphone. Hated by I don't know if we could talk about it. I mean, I don't know how deep we can get in on it. I don't know at what point there would be some sort of conversation that would be in violation of some sort of terms of service. I'm very open to freedom of speech and pushing that boundary. Because I am very well aware of why Varg is hated and why he gets so much negative rep from a lot of people. But at the same time, I think he's misunderstood. And I also think that people need a villain to vilify. People need a demon to point their finger at and say, he's the bad guy. Don't be like that guy. And especially, I mean, even if you're doing what you think is the right thing or the honest and true and just thing, other people may not see it that way. His is a complicated story for sure, but more importantly, his music, his artwork, his contributions to metal in general, I think will never be forgotten or lost part of. I mean, it's the kind of music that like I wish I had known about as a teenager, because it would have been really soothing to have that kind of material at that age. We end up becoming the people that we become, and I found a point in my life where I was like really digging into like metal, and I came across Burzum, and I just fell in love. This was about 6 years ago, 2016, and it's been a while since I've listened to him. He's in my playlist and tracks. I go across the musical spectrum over time. I find myself listening to a lot more. I'm getting back to my KMFDM roots lately, but I'm listening to a lot more dark rap, and not necessarily all dark rap. Shout outs to Lil B, because that motherfucker follows me now. I think it's interesting that I enjoy both Varg and Lil B for their artistic, their work. And I certainly think there's a link, and I think that Varg would not approve of Lil B's music and work. But I think part of the Evildojo ethic and onus, as I was saying earlier about connecting tangent things that seem kind of distant, is that in their own way, each individually is performing their own contributions and doing what they think is right. I mean, there's I think a lot to be said about the evolution of rap and lyrical music in general. Not necessarily all right now, but at the same time, it's like, I think a lot of really intelligent people understand that, especially even in the hip hop community, understand that there's been a dynamic shift over time in the way that music is created, the things that people sing about, the style and delivery of lyrics, the construction of the beats that lay behind them, and the kind of people and what people want by creating music in the first place, by participating in what is, let's be honest, a completely flooded space that it's really difficult to put out genuinely good, genuinely new material and have people listen to it and have people actually care enough to put it on for their listening pleasure. I think you have to have something unique to say. You have to have and when I say that, I mean not necessarily like with your voice, but with what it is that you create. And everyone's got a different approach. Everyone's going to bring something different to the table when you find that that deep level that you hit. And I think this is true for any form of art, for anyone. I think if you spend enough time practicing an instrument, for instance, that eventually you get to the point where you can play other people's songs, and eventually you get to the point where you start making your own songs. And there's a whole process to that, right? Like there's a critical amount of information that you have to achieve, and rap's entry level is so much lower than a lot of other media because everyone's got a voice, everyone's got a mouth, mostly. Not trying to rip on anyone who doesn't, like Neo after Agent Smith corners him in the back office where they're interrogating him, and he says, "How can you scream if you don't have a mouth?" or whatever. There's a critical amount of density of information that has to be acquired before you can start creating things. And some people just like go off the dome right away, and the people who've been doing it the longest have the greatest advantage, which is why it's so hard to get started doing anything, because you have to have been doing it for a long time to really do things. And sometimes you can get lucky and pick up a new media and jam through it and have it be good, in a short time frame, after you've kind of gotten used to the process of picking up new tools, new instruments, and working through, very varying degrees of mastery necessary to express what it is that you're trying to do. And sometimes you can even express yourself without having to do a whole lot. Like, for instance, definitely seen some one-string guitar videos that were pretty sick. You can actually do a lot with a single string. It's all about perspective. And a good exercise for any artist is to create media in a constrained environment, like as a programmer working on machines that are not necessarily as heavy duty or don't have as much RAM or CPU power, or if you're an artist, like drawing, for instance, just working in a black and white media. I'm not a very colored person when it comes to like that kind of stuff. Like, if I draw something, I probably want someone else to color it for me. I tend to overanalyze decisions about color and things like this. There's a lot of subtle nuances. There's a really big science to color decision and color theory that I haven't spent shit for time on, which makes the process of, like, for instance, creating good sprites for a video game very difficult and daunting for me, because it's a new space that I would have to spend a lot of time in to get good at in order to create what it is that I'd like to create. When in my mind, I can kind of see the direction that I want to go, but I also recognize that it's a very large distance to actually get to that point. Even though I've already spent all this time getting good with other forms of creative media, such as writing code, making music, writing, stories and stuff like this. And I can handle a lot of that myself, but when it gets to a certain point, I'm going to have to hand that process over to someone else in order to batch that process faster. And this is why, like, creation is really such a networked effort. Everyone coming together to, do their part or contribute what it is that they have to offer. Because if you're lucky, you can do everything yourself, but after a certain point, you recognize that we only have so much time on this earth. We only have so long before the cosmic door is closed, and we have to find ways to optimize our efficiency in creating things in general. This is one reason I'm rambling into the microphone for almost 3 hours. This is the most effective way to not only clear my mind sufficiently to the point where I can actually proceed forward, but also to establish a checkpoint for that direction that I am heading in. Because until you verbalize something, until you say it, until you really write it down, until you really hold that visualization and make something into a reality, it's just a thought, it's just an idea. There's no plan, there's no direction, there's no forward momentum. It's important to engage these things when the iron is hot, when thought strikes you. It's one difficulty of having tried to get anything done creatively growing up was, more often than not, I'd be interrupted in the middle of the process. And I'd be very frustrated about that, and then I'd usually get into a fight with my parents about taking trash out or some shit. That's not the only reason, but there's a lot of reasons, and I've created a lot to this point, but nothing in whole. A lot of individual components and a lot of individual things here and there, but nothing that has yet fully come together as a complete. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of music I've created. There's a lot of writings I've done. But and hacking is certainly not necessarily a fully creative effort. It's very kind of methodical and scientific. But and you can use some level of creative thinking, certainly, but I wouldn't call it the same act of creation as making a game or writing a piece of software or drawing a picture or writing a book or something that, you know, results in a creative product. Yeah, sure, you could say you could be creative with security reports, but for me, that's like a very, you know, that's a thing that I'm visualizing as something that can be in the future very largely automated to a point where there might not even have to be much human interaction on that front. That would actually certainly give me a lot more time to work on art in the first place, which I think, as Terrence McKenna once said, is the whole point of us being here in the first place, to make ourselves incomprehensible in the eyes of the machines. I think that's a good kind of thought to leave off on before OBS decides to shit a brick and crap the stream out on me. Actually, this would be a good time for me to demo, not demo, but like actually give or show y'all the Volter kind of promo that I recorded the other day, where I actually do a walkthrough from start to finish of how to spin up a server in Volter and do with what you want at that point. You know, it goes through the whole process of spinning up a server, installing shit on it, and then you're good to go. You know, you can actually launch IRC at this point, connect to IRC. You can spin up a website, you can do whatever you want. And then I think we will call it a night after that. So I want to shout outs to everyone who's actually shown up in place of LRH, hashtag free LRH. It's we actually had a good laugh. I shout outs to Logic and Angie, super good friends in general, really good people. May even consider I gotta find out which clients are official Angie clients, because there's an Angie sitting in Evildojo, and I'm not sure that that's the real Angie necessarily. Do I prefer Kali or Parrot for hacking? I don't know what Parrot is, and there was a time when I actually cared enough to use Kali in the past, but at this point, I fundamentally understand that I'm more than perfectly capable of installing all the tools that I need on a Debian box, and so I just use Debian. This laptop is running Ubuntu, or Xubuntu actually, because I couldn't get Debian to recognize my hard drive for some reason. But all of the VPSs that I've spun up are pretty much all Debian boxes. Which, if you understand, Kali is kind of a spin-off of Debian. It's nice that Kali has a lot of these tools built into it. So like if you're not like looking to do a whole bunch of custom installs because you don't necessarily know which tools you want to work with, or you just want to like, you know, just spin something up that you know has what you want already and you don't have to do any sort of extra stuff, then yeah, Kali's actually a really good option. That's what I started off with when I began digging into my security kind of adventure. All right, so let's see. Let me see if this works. Okay, friends. I've been planning on doing this for a while now. I keep trying to push onto Volter virtual private servers. So you can see down at the bottom, I'm giving away $100 for your next virtual private server. You sign up, you get the credits, use a real credit card, real debit card, whatever. No virtual cards. I tried it, doesn't work. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to spin up a server. You don't have to have any sort of special knowledge, just basic understanding of how computers work in general. You don't have to be like AWS certified or anything like that. I've tried looking at AWS and it's fucking nightmarish in comparison to this. This is fucking easy. I'm going to show you how to do this. By the end of this little segment, you're going to have your own server spun up and you're going to have logged into it and you're going to have set up SSH keys so that you don't need to enter a password every single time, and you're going to have basic stuff installed so that you can just get to work right away and do stuff. I'm going to show you how I do this from my perspective, but you can adapt this process to whatever needs that you have. So you'll get an idea of what you can do here. So I'm already here. I'm in my Vultr panel. I've already logged in. I've entered my two-factor. Definitely secure your Vultr account with two-factor. You can even set it up with YubiKeys as well. So here's what we're going to do. You see this little blue plus button up in the top right? We're going to go ahead and click Deploy New Server. And then we're going to do Cloud Compute, which is like their cheapest option. And we're going to do regular performance because we are super cheap. And this is just for demo purposes only, but a lot of my whole approach is not to like be very high in the resources, because as it turns out, you can do a lot of development as well as bug bounty stuff, and like really you can do a lot with very little. We're going to go ahead and just spin up in New Jersey, and we're going to spin up a Debian box. They default to a $10 a month option, and they're also throwing me a thing here saying for only $2 more, I can upgrade to a high performance plan with NVMe drives, which they recommend. And that's pretty good, but I'm going to tell them no thanks. Because very frequently my default use case is to hit the $3.50 per month option. This comes out to half a cent every hour, which is pretty good. You can do a lot in a short time frame with just this machine. I've actually spun up every single one of these before too. Like I spun up a $3.20 per month for like a day or so, and I was up spending a few bucks, more than a few bucks. Maybe it was the cheaper one, but either way, I spun up like a really heavy duty machine for running AMAS on, because AMAS is a memory whore and it's going to use a lot. So if you're doing bug bounty hunting and you ever run into that problem, this is something that I talk about frequently. I do not enable backups because if I want to back anything up, I can do it myself using rsync. Additional features, I don't really care about IPv6, so I'm going to turn that off. For $10 a month, you can actually enable DDoS protection, which is one reason I wish OVH had a affiliate program. Because I frequently do not pay for the DDoS protection. But if you're working on something where you might end up exposing your IP address, then yeah, do that. At the very beginning panel, you saw that I had a server spin up named app, and that is something that's sitting behind a Cloudflare. So if you go to like app.evildojo.com, actually not on port 8000, but regular port. This is actually what's running on that box right now. I have a fuzzing challenge for any prospective hackers or bug bounty people to attempt to find secret paths, secret header, secret parameter and value, and secret paths. multiple using the common .txt word list from seclists by Daniel Messler. So that's one thing you could do with a Vultr box, but I'm going to just show you how to get started in that whole process. We're not going to build a whole app today. We're just going to spin up a box, log into it, and do some basic like post OS install, like maintenance stuff, like set up SSH keys and create a user and that kind of thing. So we're going to give this server a default host name. This is just going to be demo1, and you can't see it because it's behind the Vultr text right here. The server label is going to be demo1, and down here at the very bottom we're going to click deploy now. So now that box is booting up. Let's see. So if you were to, for instance, not quite ready yet, but as soon as it finishes installing, I'll be able to actually click on it. Sometimes I think the UI locks up and I get kind of antsy about it, and so I might like refresh the page, and it says it's running. So it's already got an IP address. Okay, so the app box is still running, and demo1 is now running. If you click on demo1, and I'm trying to hide the IP address, but actually it doesn't really matter now that I think about it, because I'm going to spin this box down after I'm done recording, so, you know, it's like whatever. So this is what your panel looks like after you spin up a box, and you can actually get to a console up in the top right by clicking this little view console button that's partially being blocked up by the other color source. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this button right here, and you can actually, there's a couple buttons to the right that you can't quite see because my camera's in the way. Right there. So you click server stop, server restart, server reinstall, server destroy. At the end of this whole thing, I'm going to destroy the server. View console. So this would actually give you a terminal right away, but instead I'm actually going to copy the IP address, and over in my terminal here, I'm going to go ahead and become root, and then I'm going to echo that IP address, followed by the name of the box, which is demo1, and I'm going to put that at the end of my hosts file. Then I'm going to exit. Now I'm back as my normal user, which is Dark Mage on my box. So if I were to SSH into root at demo1, it gives me a question. Do you want to continue connecting and all that stuff? I'm like, yes. And then they ask for a password. So what you do is you go back to your Vultr, you copy your password, they set you a default one whenever you spin up the box. So back over here, you paste it, you hit enter, and now you're in your box. So one thing I do right away is you want to touch Hush Login. I'm going to exit. Also, you want to go ahead and change your password. So I'm just going to change this to like RT1 Demo 1. You know, exclamation point. So we're going to exit, and then I'm going to copy my personal SSH key, which is at .ssh/id_ed25519.pub, and I'm going to send that to root at demo1:. So you have to enter your password, and then we're gonna also copy over a good script. first10min.sh, which is located here. Does a whole bunch of stuff automatically for us. This is adapted off of a blog post called My First 10 Minutes on a Server, which is an adaptation of a previous blog post, My First 5 Minutes on a Server. Both very good reads, both very good things to do whenever spinning up a new VPS in general. So I'm going to also send that over to root at demo1. Now let's log in. So the pub file, I'm going to rename this to mura.pub, because if you take a look at the contents of first10minutes.sh, I've named the variable's SSH key file to have that value. And the username that I want to be my new user is going to be just DM. Just keep it simple. So we're going to go chmod +x, first 10 minutes, and then go and run that script. And so by the end of all this, we're going to have a box. I mean, we already have a box now. But this is all something that you can do in an afternoon and during a lunch break, in the morning while you're drinking your coffee, while you're brushing your teeth at night before you go to bed. So I believe this is my new user password. For let's see. Yeah, it's the password for the new user. And then they ask you, proceed with operation. Yes. And you're done. So one thing I'm going to do before I log into my new user is I'm going to touch /home/dm/.hush log in so that you don't see my VPN address when I log out. So to test that this all works, I'm going to exit, and then I'm going to SSH DM at demo1. It tells me that I'm missing a ZSH file, ZSHRC. So that's fine. I'm going to exit, and because I know that I can log in now, I'm going to go ahead and copy over some critical things. We're going to do my .zshrc, my tmux config, my vim folder, my vimrc, and we're going to send them to dm at demo1 : dot. And then I believe I can log into demo1 now. And you take a look at the host name. It's demo1. Who am I? DM. And that's it. I believe this is under 15 minutes. You can have a brand new Linux Debian running 5.10.113 build 2022 April 29th, running x86 64. That's pretty good. I've been a fan of these guys for a long time. You can spin these boxes up whenever you want. You can shut them down. As you can see, I was able to copy over my own local setup to the server very easily. Now I can even open up text files and tell y'all hello in my custom Vim setup. Good times, good times. So I hope everyone has learned something here, and I hope that you will spin up many virtual private servers and do whatever it is that you want with them, provided that it's legal and within the context of the law. Can't stop you, but at the same time, I want to encourage everyone to play nice and play it safe. So please check out this link when you have some time and consider spinning up something. Start hunting for bugs on the internet from new IP addresses every day. Start developing a website that you build completely from scratch. Abandon WordPress, abandon Shopify. Do it yourself. That's what it's all about here at Evildojo, and Volter makes it easy for that to happen. And I'm making it easy and easier. I've shown you how to do it, how to get started. We'll do more like this. This is the first of many in a series. I need to stitch the videos up together, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I love you all, and I love Volter. Here's $100. Please use it. That was pretty good, right? Not a bad first commercial. Not a bad first spot for a product that I actually enjoy. Throwing back, I told you about tying things up. Angie and I were talking about selling stuff earlier, how we suck at being salesmen if we're trying to sell something that we don't like and we don't want to rep. I actually enjoy Volter, so yeah, definitely check those guys out. I'm going to be talking a lot more about them in the future. You'll see more shit like that. I'll make more demos, more long-form video, kind of like tutorials, where I try to sell you more virtual servers and convince you that IRC is the superior social media network, and that you should abandon Facebook and you should abandon all of these contrived, ways of doing things, and do it yourself with my help. Said he can't hear me. Yeah, that's because they got disconnected. I just read Logic's message from like an hour ago. But I think we're about to wrap it up here. We've been on for over 3 hours. This has been a very successful episode. I don't even care that we didn't get any donations. I had a lot of fun. I had a good time chatting with Angie and Logic. We got a new subscription, not subscription, but rather follower. Yeah, there's a lot more to come. A lot more great discussions, good chats, good times. Maybe next time we can get Dwayne in on the line. I'm going to see about getting a separate phone line thrown up for people, and hopefully we can get a prayer or some spiritual words of wisdom from our good chat father, chat minister. I'm an ordained minister too, but we have to recognize the spiritual authority on that front as far as EFNet goes. So, with that said, love everyone. I hope y'all had a good time hanging out with me tonight. And until next time, you know what to do. Take it easy.